Today on Blind Tag Wrestling News Now, a huge WWE Championship match to kick off tonight's Monday Night Raw.
New Japan made their presence felt this past weekend with a series of shows in both Japan and the United States.
And by the way, we have all of your divine fallout from one of the most WWE pay-per-views in a few minutes, as we give you a rundown of WWE Extreme Rules.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I like the most WWE because that really is, right?
Yes, absolutely.
We went into this last night feeling just all full of vigor.
Oh, we were ready for something good.
We were excited. We were like, honestly, we were like, okay, listen, it does not, nary does it matter what we may have seen.
Right.
What we may have watched, what we may have sniffed. I mean, it doesn't matter that we may have watched a 30-minute television Mac classic that had, storytelling and psychology and brutality and
right
and just one of those 5-star matches that make you happy about pro wrestling.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
No.
Okay? Or even a Daredevil spot fest, diorama of what we seen Friday night on Rampage, right?
Right.
None of that matters.
No.
We're going into this, and we're going to like it for what it is.
Exactly. Nothing up until this point matters.
Silly us. Silly us. By the way, silly us is, I'm John.
I'm Raja.
And you're watching Blind Tag Wrestling News Now.
Goodness
so
gracious.
let's just jump into it.
All right. Well, WWE Extreme Rules. Wow. So this started off with a fairly good kickoff show match. We're going to be fair. Yes.
I just want to say that.
Yes. It was a fairly good kickoff show match between Liv Morgan and Carmella to start the show. Nice little feud they got going on there. It was...
Listen, it was really good. Liv looked really well.
Yes. She looked well.
I've been kind of concerned about Liv recently. I called and checked on her, but not as much as I should.
Right.
And she's looking good. You're looking nice. I'm going to take this pin from Raja and throw it over here because all I'm hearing is...
I was trying to move it out of the way.
So there you go. Little behind the scenes shenanigans. It's like shenanigans, except there's a backup singer. Shenanigans.
I see.
Anyway.
We're going to get into the real show now. Not that the kickoff match wasn't part of the real show or anything.
Well, you didn't let me finish. Liv has bangs.
Yes, she does.
I can't tell you if she actually had bangs before, but I was talking about, well, she looks really well. And Raja says, oh, she's got bangs.
She does.
So I'm taking that as what was different. I liked it. I like Liv and banging Liv, and we're good. Let's go to the
main
card.
We had a few more shenanigans on Peacock's behalf.
Shenanigans.
Because when the show started, we had 2 commentary streams.
Oh my God.
At the same time.
Hello, hola.
Yes, it was Spanish and English at first.
Mm-hmm.
Transitioned to French and English for a
Bonjour.
second. But they finally got it.
Je m'appelle Jean-François.
We just expect this from Peacock at this point.
Yes, we got done at the bibliothèque.
Yes. So kicking off the show was The New Day versus Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, and Omos.
In a match that was not announced before Friday.
It was not announced, I don't think, at all.
I mean, it was recently. It may have been on Smackdown. I don't know, but it was. Just like the kickoff match. It was a good match.
It was.
It was. It was a good match. And
a lot of confusion on the part of Bobby Lashley and his partners. If only Bobby Lashley had a tag team.
Well, I bet that's like in his love life. I bet that could, a lot of confusion with Bobby Lashley and his partners.
Nobody knows what's going on.
I bet they're like, what is that on your face? That just right there. Is that a worm? What are you talking about? Right there. I don't have nothing on my face. Oh, okay. All right, darling. I'm going to go take a bath now and I'll talk to you later. Have you ever noticed it?
No.
You're going to notice it now.
Yeah, I am.
It's not a big deal. I mean...
Really? It seems like a big deal.
No, it's just, it's probably natural.
Okay.
We'll just move on.
Okay. Well, moving on. What I was saying is, if only Bobby Lashley had two people he could team with that he knew and they didn't get confused.
Right.
And it could win the match.
I was thinking last night, if WWE, like when we watch WWE as a people, as a humanity.
Right.
If humans, if we would make a drinking game, and that drinking game consisted of, we drink every time somebody says, will they be able to coexist?
The answer is no, generally.
So, how many times do you think we hear Michael Cole or someone else say, it's a gypsy thing, say, I wonder how they'll be able to coexist?
A lot.
Yeah, like every show?
Yes, because they never can. Oh, goodness. So the New Day got the win here. And of course, after the match, Bobby Lashley was very upset and challenged Big E to a championship match on Raw.
In his awkwardly normal voice.
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley killed. He's like, big monster, just brooding. His muscles have muscles. And he comes out there, he's like,
Big E, listen, buddy. I'm very highly upset about my title not being here.
This is why he has MVP.
I want a match. And I'm going to say, because those other guys say it 14 times a show, so S word. Title match. S word.
That's exactly how it went.
That's how I heard it.
That's how I heard it too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So after that, we had
Good show.
the Smackdown tag team title tag team match.
Easy for you to say.
Yes, between the Usos and the Street Profits.
Oddly, that happened right there because that's what I felt like happened to their worker.
Right.
So I know everybody wants to praise it. Everybody wants to praise something when it has an opening spot, some heat, falsies, it's just like when you have a double down and everybody's just like, right
on cue.
And yes, I hear the Swedish Chef when that happens. It's just like, but
Never had Vince.
Yeah, never at events. It gets silly. But yeah, it was, listen, the match was fine.
It was fine.
It just didn't have the fluidity. Like, they both did a bunch of very good things, okay? New Day looked amazing. They did. They always do. We got the Xavier Woods hot tag, which everybody seemed to be very excited about. But it's the little things. And Montel, I am so sorry. Montez. I had something else on my mind, so I apologize.
Montez Ford.
Mr. Ford. Mr. Ford, not Mr. Chevy. He come off that big singles match that he had against Roman Reigns and the collapsing table on SmackDown.
Yes. The crowd just won't let you live it down.
They chant through this whole match, we want tables.
Yes, they did.
We
the
want
whole
tables.
match.
Columbus, Ohio apparently has no IKEAs. And they need something in their life that they do not currently have. Because I come from a school of, if a crowd chants for something in a match, it's because they don't particularly like what they have in the match.
Right.
So, for instance, back when a crowd would chant for Bray Wyatt or for Daniel Bryan or for Matt Hardy, it'd go back and back and back. CM Punk, that was one that was on every show. They don't chant that now unless he's out there.
Yeah. They know now they won't get it.
Because I got it. So the table thing was kind of strange for me. It was very much like you take your friend to wrestling that hasn't been to wrestling since the Attitude Era, and he's like, let's chant for puppies. No, we don't do that anymore. But what about the what about the Jojonas? No, we don't talk about that anymore. We don't objectify women. Well, here comes the first women's match. Whoa! Oh my God! Yeah, I knew you were putting me on. Oh my God! Who's that facing that Liv chick? Oh my God! That's hanging out. I mean, yeah.
Don't take that guy back to wrestling.
We just say that we don't do certain things.
Right.
And still do them.
Right, yes.
It's funny how that works. But the table thing was very strange. And it happened not just here, but throughout the night a few times until they got way too many tables.
Yes.
Which I'm only hoping that they put all that together.
So the Usos retain their tag team championships after this match. Big surprise there.
No tables.
No tables at all. And then we move on to Charlotte Flair versus Alexa Bliss. That's our reaction.
So the little asterisks to this match. So this is Alexa's hometown.
Yes.
Little Miss Bliss is, already got her butt up against the wall on that one.
Yes.
We know about WWE and being in your hometown.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad. It's real bad.
It's always bad.
It's scary. Like, I wouldn't even show up I would not show up for the match.
I don't want a match tonight. Thanks.
No, we're good. We're good. It's all right. Appreciate it. So this match was expected with all the chicanery and the stupidity and the magic stuff and all this they had done, supernatural elements, and they looked like they'd been trying to drain that out a little bit, like Winking Lily. Winking freaking Lily. All this stuff that you just want to kind of forget and roll into, and my God, what a forgiving people we are.
Yes.
We forget things if you're a WWE hardcore.
Uh-huh.
And even the other side, because it shouldn't be divided, but sometimes it is. And even the other side's really forgiving. They are.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's vice versa. But this is one of those moments where I'm just like RoboCop forgiving. I'm like,
right.
yeah, it's just something that happened. It's all good. I'm fine. I'm ready to see Alexa Bliss as the champ. This will be good. I mean, really, this will be good.
That's not.
She's worked really hard. She freaking looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
She is cool.
Yeah.
And I love her moves.
We love Alexa Bliss.
So, is that what happened? No.
Charlotte won.
Mm-hmm.
She kept her title, and then she destroyed Lily, and we had to sit an uncomfortably long time as Alexa Bliss cried over her doll.
And it got more uncomfortably as she tried to take something in her mouth, and it looked like an Alka-Seltzer tablet, maybe.
Yeah, to make it foam.
To have the foam come out, but I guess her mouth was really dry.
It didn't go over well,
and it didn't foam. There was a foam problem. It didn't even really dissolve much. So she's just like, in the camera, some guy was like, hey, I got an idea. Let's do a down shot.
Oh,
that
was a terrible idea.
On her tongue. And she's like, ha, ha, ha. And there's Alka-Seltzer. And it's
man.
They didn't point it out, but that made it louder.
It was hard to watch.
I would have said something like, oh my God, look at that white fever blister that's come up on her tongue. Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I was thinking maybe she
please turn it into something.
I was thinking maybe she was trying to get the bile of the demon out. Like if she had been possessed and she was no longer possessed, it would have been great to use some of that augmented reality and have her like throw something up and then have it go and run off the stage.
It looks like Lily.
Yeah, so it's like just have it come out and like kind of like covered in sludge, like something off an old 80s movie, like
right.
Chud or something. But it's like, and you could hear.
Oh my goodness!
Use the augmented reality.
And Alexa Bliss is all better.
And it jumps off into somebody's returning, like I don't know.
It jumped into Finn Balor,
like Riddick Moss. He's coming back. Just happens to be walking, and you just never know.
Oh geez.
Well, I mean, hey, it would have been better than what we got.
Yes. Yes, it would have. I would have been happy with that. After that, we had the United States title match between Damian Priest, Sheamus, and Jeff Hardy.
Feels like I have this match every week. It feels like I have some combination of this match. And
I will just say the crowd really wanted Jeff Hardy to win.
yeah.
They teased it a lot too. They were like, are we going to give it to you? Are we going to give it to you? No. Silly fans.
I don't have a damn thing to say. Nothing. Not on this one. Let's go to the next match.
Okay.
Oh,
Damian Priest won.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes. And then was Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair. Because the women just can't have an okay time at this pay-per-view. The match was really good in
Becky
and of
looked well.
itself. Yeah, Becky looked well. But the finish, just...
So the fans were really into Becky and Bianca.
Mm-hmm.
For now. And I do feel that you can't book like that very often and keep it going.
Right.
But you got to have finishes, square finishes. You got to have winners and losers.
Yeah.
I don't care what people think. It's got to be a winner and a loser. And it really matters.
It does.
It does. It really matters because you feel like you got a payoff. As a fan, you spend, I don't know, $10,000 to bring your family to the matches, risk life-threatening illness that could kill everybody in your family within 2 weeks. And why do you do this? To enjoy yourself.
Right.
So wouldn't it be nice? And really, in the whole scheme of things, because their answer a lot of times would be, what does it matter? Well, what does it matter, you pieces of shit? Why can't you give a winner and a loser?
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Let's know who the champion is.
And Sasha Banks could have totally came out after the match.
She could have.
Still done the same thing, except we could have had a winner.
Yeah. Instead, we got a disqualification at Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you about that. It was what it was. Disqualification.
Okay. All right. I apologize. I'm much better now. Listen, I like to be positive starting on Mondays.
Yeah.
The color looked good.
You're going to love what we got coming up next then.
It was very HD.
Main event for the Universal Championship, Roman Reigns versus the Demon, Finn Balor. I'm just going to let you take this one.
Okay. So the match went really well, and, it was the physicality was there. Roman at one point gets a kendo stick instead of getting the tables, teases the fans. The fans are loving, you. Yeah, you still got a kendo stick though. And the demon gets his
The one and only
taped up kendo sticks with his paint on them, and they use that. And then
it's like someone saw a light tube bundle and was like,
there's tables.
Great idea.
There's tables that get used and people get used, and but still, yeah, there was incredible false finishes. Okay.
Yeah.
There was really moments in there where you thought that the demon could win.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of thought he could win just because it's so out of left field.
Yeah.
I thought that they were going to pull that one out, man.
But you notice I still have my hair.
Mm-hmm.
So what about that?
So there was this crazy moment, and after Finn almost got beat, or the demon almost got beat,
yeah,
and he pulled the Roman kick out on two with the Nissa Shazat, and so Finn looks like he's dead, right? Demon,
sorry,
looks like he's dead, and then all of a sudden, laying outside, boom, 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 boom. And if anybody remembers Faith No More, the video for Epic, if you don't, look it up. It's on YouTube. Epic by Faith No More. At the very end of Epic, there's a fish that's dying on the floor. And it just kind of flops. Floppy McFlop pants. And when this happens, I mean, it's kind of boom, boom. And it wasn't right on time.
No.
It was almost like a cattle prod with the heart. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom.
That's how we felt.
And then the music kicks in all the way.
Oh, goodness.
And he starts whipping and everything. No selling at all. I mean, it was amazing. I thought that...
We thought we were going to have a winner here.
Chicken dinner. And it got too smoky, though. And he goes to the top rope for the coup de grace. And there's a big bang. And God made a run in. Just made a run in. It's funny because I tweeted it last night. I've seen it a couple times this morning. I've seen other people make the correlation.
Yes.
But I was like, oh my God. Literally. God just made a run in because it's a demon.
Oh, jeez.
God knows. He remembers. So, I mean, all in all, even afterwards, God, because God doesn't like Finn Balor.
No.
Finn
He's
Balor.
a demon.
Yeah, he's a demon. Even his name, even Finn Balor. I got it back my chin. No, that demon. I say no, ma.
Exactly.
Thanks for explaining that, David. So anyway, that's that. And
That is
wiffle
that.
ball bat. Listen, that's your Extreme Rules. So I would like to give it a huge thumb down.
Yeah.
A -5.
Yes. It was not good.
No. And somebody could argue, well, there was that.
No.
Don't. Just, you know what?
No.
Just the door's there.
Yeah.
Just, I'll talk to you after Raw.
Yes. Tonight's Raw, which is headlined or kicking off, beginning with Big E versus Bobby Lashley.
Still gonna watch it.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
We're still gonna watch it. We're here for therapy for one another.
Can we please move on to something better? Something better, please.
So, did I tell you that in Wrestling Observer, Daniel Bryan finally got his first... Bryan Danielson finally got his first 5-star match?
You did. You did tell me that.
Yeah, that's cool.
It is.
It's cool. Still, not the highest rated match of the week on Wrestling Observer for this past week.
Oh.
Come on, you know what it was.
Tell me anyway.
No. I'll leave that for trivia.
Oh, trivia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll answer that one, right? That's where that gets answered because I don't want her to know.
Oh.
Don't look it up either. I want to wait till you actually come up with it.
Okay.
So, speaking of New Japan.
I'm sure I'll come up with it.
Speaking of New Japan, had some matches this past weekend.
Yes, we did. We had another night of the G1.
We did.
Which was amazing.
It was.
Just fantastic. Even though it started out with Master Wato.
It was. There was some really weak matches on this one. There was some.
This was the only one.
This was some absolutely weak matches. No, no. The matchups alone. This was like one that was hard.
True. They got some of their out of the way.
Yeah, they did. They did. Master Wato actually looked a lot better though.
He did. He's doing some work.
Yeah.
He beat the young lion, Fujita.
Yeah.
Shingo had to face Yuji Nagata because
Which
this
was
would
a
have
good
been
match.
Yes.
Honest to God, that was better than anything on Team Extreme Rules.
This would have been his match with Naito, but we know Naito's not here anymore. We got to see Okan defeat Yujiro Takahashi. Yano defeat Tongaloa.
Tongaloa's gear looked cool.
Kenta unfortunately beat Ishii. So Ishii's 0-3 now. And then our main event. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Kota Ibushi.
Yes. What a match it was.
It was.
It was great.
It was.
And as predicted, you know who came out on top of that?
I do, because I watched it.
Well, now you said don't dance, Jay.
Yes.
That's
Zack Sabre Jr. He is running amok in the G1. currently.
He is, and he's happy as hell about it.
Yes.
He's just happy.
Zachy Big Techers.
Zachy Big Techers. That's that old dragon bollocks.
Oh, he's so delightful.
He is.
Oh, goodness.
He's got everything. He's got everything.
He does.
He's got the look. He's got the ability, the mat work, the freaking... He doesn't quite have the kicks to go against Kota Ibushi.
No.
Like, you could just tell the difference.
But who does?
He laid it in and then...
Who? Bryan Danielson.
Oh, my
See
God.
that kickoff.
Oh, Bryan Danielson and Kota Ibushi.
Sorry.
Dear God.
Just put that out into the universe.
Oh.
Speaking of delightful, this weekend was quite delightful for wrestling, you know.
Zach's running amok.
Amok, that's what I said. Amok.
I was just had to say it again.
There were big shows, you know.
everywhere.
PWG had their 3 men to 6. And,
Yeah, and this is big. I know you don't do spoilers. But about the PWG show, did you know who did commentary for Excalibur? Chucky T.
I did see that.
The best thing in the world.
God, we love Chuck Taylor on
I
commentary.
will pre-order that BB all day long.
Oh, goodness.
And we also had Defy with a big weird thing up in Seattle. If you've never watched it, it's really fun. You should watch it. Defy's really good. It is. It's good. It's really good. But up in Defy, they had John Moxley step in for Kingston. He replaced him. It was a big surprise. I always love when a crowd's like, "Oh my God, it's John Moxley," especially with a bunch of lumberjacks, you know, and they're just all standing around. John Moxley, you know, which is really cool. Then Limitless up in Maine. I mean, like the polar opposite side of the world.
Yes.
You know, no, not the world, but the United States. And that Limitless is a great thing. We've had a lot of fun at Limitless.
Yes.
Hi, Randy. But
so much good stuff going on.
yeah, really, all over the Gizmics, everywhere.
And they also had a 2-night New Japan event in the United States, Autumn Attack.
Although, when I read this is not a joke at all. I thought it was really good calls, and I was so excited. I thought it was Autism Attack.
Oh, no.
And I thought, man, you know, I get what they're going, and it's really cool they did this, but that might not be the best name. And I've thought that for freaking a month.
Oh, jeez.
Every time I've seen it, I've seen Autism Attack.
Wow.
And I've thought that like they're attacking autism.
Right, I got it.
And, you know, we're trying to understand it or celebrating it. I mean, Daniel Garcia's probably on the show or something. I mean, like all this stuff, right?
He was.
And, well, there you go. It's like the poster child.
They had a lot of great people on the shows.
Yeah.
I mean, Suzuki was there, Jay White, Daniel Garcia.
My favorite Daniel Garcia.
Lance Archer joined in, you know. But there were also some really great matches like Jay White versus Daniel Garcia.
My God, that happened?
Yeah. Tom Lawler versus Ren Narita for the Strong Openweight Championship. Leo Rush versus Taiji Ishimori.
My God, that happened?
Yeah, I mean, do you even see those guys? They just a blur running around the ring.
Man, I love that. That's a great match.
Yuya was there.
Ah, Yuya Uemura.
Yes.
Yuya Uemura.
So those shows, of course, will air on New Japan Strong.
Yes, which is a great show. You should really give the time to watch that.
Saturday nights at 8 p.m.
How the hell will Kevin Kelly do commentary if he's in Japan?
Maybe he phoned in.
Maybe.
Like he does when he's here for Japan.
Maybe. Did you say he phones it in?
No. That's not what I'm saying at all.
Okay, oh, yeah, we all heard it, Raja.
He called in.
We all heard it.
Goodness gracious.
It was a great weekend. There are all kinds of good wrestling going on.
If you're still sad about Extreme Rules.
There's 90% good wrestling going on.
Good Lord.
So we got a lot coming up this week. A lot coming up this
lot.
week. Obviously, you're going to have all your darks, all your elevations, your huge dynamite from Rochester, Rochester.
Who knows what could happen with that show?
Yes, there's something that's going to happen in Rochester. In fact, I am going to mention this before we go.
Okay.
I've got to.
Okay.
Bray Wyatt has been, or Windham Rotunda,
Yes.
has been doing some interesting tweets.
As always.
I would like to show those now.
Okay.
He put, during a conversation about Seth Rollins, Seth Rollins had a really cool interview.
Yes.
And in that interview, he talked about during that piece of crap 2019 Hell in a Cell, and how he would like to
beat the crap out of Vince afterwards.
Right, yes.
And
it was,
yeah,
it was so bad.
They had the awkward moment and all this stuff, which is really cool that he talked about that. But all the news covered that. I figured you guys had seen that, but I will just mention it in passing. But not because of that story.
No.
Because of Bray's
Yes.
response to it.
Yes.
Because he had retweeted it and quote tweeted it. And
He said, wait until you hear my reaction.
yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
What's your reaction, Windham?
So then, last night during the PPV, he just posted a picture, no context.
Yeah.
In that picture was a cage match, and it was the Wyatt family, including Brody Lee, against the Usos and Daniel Bryan. Now, if you're just looking at like Daniel Bryan, Bray Wyatt,
Brody Lee.
You know what would be interesting to find out?
What?
I wonder where that match took place.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, wow. Like, that's something I really don't know. Like,
We'll have to find out.
yeah.
It could be a little hint.
Oh, that's why we do this, folks. What? All right. Speaking of doing this,
Oh, goodness.
that's about all we should do today.
Yes.
I can't wait to join you guys tomorrow.
Yes.
But until then, she's Raja. I'm John. So long from Blind Tag Wrestling News now. Bye.
Bye.